Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the Morning Motivation. My name is Thomas Warden. This is the worldwide community of entrepreneurs that come in here each day so we can share our tips, our tricks, and our love on how we have been able to shift habits, bad habits, and replace them with some good habits. Removing some bad thoughts, replacing with good thoughts. Removing bad words, replacing with good words. And we do that all for ourselves, not for anyone else. You get up every morning and you're doing that to you and making sure that your life is happy and that you're rolling in the direction that you want it to. So to removing the bad habits of things that I did not want in my life, which was not putting my physical health in a direction that it needed to be. So I started removing that. But what did I need to do? I needed to replace it with something good. So if we're removing bad food from your body, make sure you're putting good food in it to replace it. If you're removing bad acidic drinks from your body, make sure you're putting something good to replace it with, because we need the hydration within our body. We need the water. So make sure you're replacing it with something that's going to nourish your body on the mineral side, the cellular side, and the aspect that's going to get you back in tune and alignment on the inside. So if you have bad habits, if you cuss a lot and you don't want to cuss anymore, then guess what? You need to stop that. You're the one's got to change those words. Nobody else can. If you have bad thoughts to yourself with depression, anxiety, and anything else that stems up from, anxieties in life, then guess what? Then you have to shift those elements in life to put in some good words and good thoughts to you, to get out of that depression that we may be in, to get out of the things that we don't want to have within our life anymore. So what habits are you removing and what habits are you replacing? Because there's two sides to this, because you're going to write it on a piece of paper. Bad habits I want to remove from my life. Put a line down the middle. Good habits that I want to replace those bad habits with. So if you wasn't someone who used to read a lot, then guess what? Change that habit to start reading a chapter a day or a paragraph a day or something per day. Then guess what? Then you will start moving that bad habit of not reading and getting the knowledge within your head to out now actually getting the knowledge that you need within your head. Because a lot of people, they go to that TV and a lot of people go to, what's that, Esquire magazine that's got all the gossip. That is not knowledge, people. So we need to make sure that we're feeding ourselves the good stuff with the food and the knowledge at the same time, so we can remove those bad habits and put our life in the different direction, so we can start getting better focus on what we want to do, to start doing what we want, our desires, and making our dreams an accomplishment, not just a dream that we sit there and have it over and over and over again. My mom called me a daydreamer for a long time, but yet when I got out of high school and I was able to start making money on my own, I started turning those dreams into reality. So those daydreams weren't daydreams anymore. Because in high school, I did not like books. I did not like being there at the teachers. I did not like having to be at the class, but it was something that we had to do to get through society because that's what they wanted us to do. So I did just what I had to do to get through there. And it was, my dad said, "You want to go to college?" I said, "No." He took my college money and he went and bought an RV for himself. So I had no choice. When I said I was going to go to work, Daddy said, "You're going to work. That's what you said you're going to do." So that's what I did. And then guess what? I never looked back when I started working, because I took the understanding that if I'm going to give my time and my skill and my labor to someone, then I'm going to get paid for the talents that I am bringing to your corporation. And that's what I did. And I made sure every time that I came to a corporation to hire him for something, I knew what I was doing, how to do it inside and out before I even walked in there to an interview. Why? Because I wasn't going to apply for something to get pennies on the dollar. I wanted dollars above dollars. Because I'm going to be living my life and taking care of the things that I want. I want to make sure I had the monetary funds to be able to do that. Same thing with any job that you have right now. If it's not making the monetary funds that you're wanting in life, then what are you doing to get a new skill within you to be able to go to your boss or your employer and say, I went and got this training here to be able to do this within your corporation. So now you moved yourself into a new habit, a new alignment, and a new shift. Same thing if you're working for yourself. If you don't get up every day and get suited up and show up, then guess what? Things will not come to you. The abundance of life, of the financials and the love and the career side and everything else, it will not come to you unless you get up and show up every day. Same thing when you went to work for someone. If you're working for someone, if you don't get and show up, then guess what? You're not getting a paycheck at the end of the week. So the main message for today was we're shifting our habits every day, making us a better version of us. Letting our light shine so we can let the world see it and know the talents and the passions that we have. Because when I leave this world, I want everybody to come to my gravesite and or just go have a big ass party and say, you know what, this guy right here had passion for everything he did. This guy right here brought emotions and love to everything that he did on a day-to-day basis, no matter what I do. So now the people that will come and the people that I have touched and I affected throughout this world, the first thing that they're going to tell you that they shifted was the thought process that they put to themselves. Once you start putting good thoughts to you and putting good words into your life, then guess what? It will start shifting. And that's what they're going to say I got from Thomas. He taught me how to shift my words. He taught me how to love me and make my life even better for me. And once you get that filled up right here, like we say all the time, once your cup gets actually filled up, then you can actually give back. But if you don't know how to fill up your cup, if you're worried about what everybody else is thinking, what everybody else is doing, and what everybody is not doing, and you're not taking care of you and focusing on you, then guess what? Your cup will not fill up at all. So make sure that you're putting all the nourishment that you need within your body, with the books, with the videos, with the podcast, with a mentor, with coaching, whatever it is. Find someone that can shift you and help you shift you, because all I do is with words. And with those words, you're going to take them, and if you apply them, then your life will shift. If you do not apply them, then it will not shift, and you will still keep complaining about the same process over and over again that you've had all these years. But if you listen to us just for a little while and you come in here for 30 days and you start telling yourself that I love you, and if you start telling yourself that I am grateful for the things that I have in my life now, I am grateful for the journeys that I have been on to get me to where I'm at now. I'm grateful for the people that I have met within my life that has helped me and assisted me throughout my life to bring me into the new direction. I'm thankful for everything that I have been able to learn from those that have achieved and accomplished those things in life that I am after and I desire. So every day getting up and saying thank you for all of these faces right here that have shifted my life by coming in here every day, or getting on the phone with me and helping me through some different processes as well that I've been going through. You know, because each and every one of these people in here I have been on the phone call with, and I say thank you for the messages that y'all had gave me and shifted my life and my thought process, and know that I'm in the right direction and going in the right path that I need to be on. And that's what it's all about. As long as you're happy with that path and that journey that you're in and the direction you're going, then you're in the right path, because everything that you truly desire is not going to happen just like that, but it will happen as long as you stay in a happy mode and moving towards it on a day-to-day basis. But yet if you get up one morning and you go ahead and start complaining because of things you can't taste it, touch it, feel it, manifest it, not right here in my hand right now, and you're going to wake up and you're bitching about it, then what have you done? You threw that week's worth or month's worth of positivity out the daggum door because you are putting neglect to it. You have to keep that positive energy flow. You have to keep that uplifting spirit on a day-to-day basis, even though life throws all kinds of situations at us that we do not want in our life. But yet, if we don't say, you know what, this is a learning curve. This is not a failure. This is something that's going to move me to make me better every day. So every day we're moving each other. We're giving each other inspiration. We're each other's cheerleaders. We're each other's coach. We're each other's accountability partners, whatever you want to call it and look at it and however you want to speak it. It doesn't matter. If you want something more, and if you come to me and you ask for, you know, my assistance and my guidance, we're going to break you down first. We're going to see where you're wanting to go, what your desires are, and what you are truly wanting to accomplish. Because without that, I cannot assist. But then I'm going to assist you with the words and the process that you need to give you to move you towards that. That's what makes this so much fun, being able to be a life coach and bringing new things out to people that they have never even thought of before, or never even been taught or been around. So now to be around it, and now that they're starting to get a grasp and an understanding of it, it moves the life into a whole different direction of alignment. Whew. It's a good day to have a good day. It's a good day to have good energy. It's a good day to have love within your heart and let it shine out. Go ahead, Brother Julio.
Thomas, you made me smile a second ago in telling your story, just saying that no matter what happens, you know, you have to be intentional about having a good day. I got a little emotional because I thought about, I was teaching my kids, I want to say this is maybe 6 years ago or so, but I was teaching my kids, you know, that no matter what, every single morning you have to be intentional about how, you know, so this is before I knew any of you guys, you know, But just, from my faith demands that I practice that. That's the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's who I am. It's in my DNA. But I was teaching my kids to say, hey, today is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So if you live in that every single day, it kind of sets the tone. So you wake up, that's a scripture, and it's a promise. That's how I look at it. Anything that's written in the word is a promise for us to live by. But I'm teaching them this, and I'm speaking to them about it, saying, hey, today is the day that the Lord, and I was just telling them to even to repeat it and speak it over themselves. So we're getting them ready, whatever, go downstairs, about to get in my car. I get in my car, and one of my doors is open. And I go, that was odd. So I put all the kids' seatbelts on. My oldest put her own seatbelt on. And I sit in my seat, and I look, and my car stereo is gone. I live in inner city Chicago, guys. Okay, like I said, this is a while ago. And I wanted to curse. I wanted to say, but I had just been for about the last 20 minutes telling my kids, hey, no matter what happens today is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So in other words, just that in itself commands that for us to be happy. We've been blessed with another one. So why have a crappy attitude about it? And I wanted to say curse words. I wanted to snap. I wanted to, whatever. And I didn't. And I just looked back, and my daughter goes, hey, Papi, we don't have a radio no more? I go, yeah, I see that. Somebody stole Daddy's radio from the car. And she looked at me like waiting for that reaction of negativity, waiting for that reaction of frustration. She's seen it on my face. And instead, I went from a face of, and I just smiled. And I said, no matter what, today is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So I say that, and tell you that story because, Thomas says, the topic this morning is habits. So what habits are you forming? If you form a habit of positivity, if you form a habit of leadership, if you form a habit of valuing yourself, valuing your time, being intentional about the things that you do on a daily basis. So yesterday was yesterday. We've spoken about this before. We're only in control of right now and how we live out our day right now, today. Everything in the past is in the past. So we woke up this morning. There's however many individuals on here this morning. It's up to you to be intentional about your day. So you've been blessed with another one. What are you going to do with it? That's my question to you. What are you going to do with your day? What habits are you going to form? What notes are you going to take today? What are the practices that you're going to set today to set the tone for today and tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that? Not to worry about it, to say, hey, what am I going to do tomorrow? No. But to be intentional about the habits that you're forming today and the way that you live today and the things that you practice today to set the tonality for the day, that no matter what you face in this day, you're going to have a great attitude about it. No matter what you're facing in today, you're going to put a smile on your face. And there may be situations where you don't want to put a smile on your face, but what is that going to do? If you have a crappy attitude about something that's crappy, it's kind of like being part of the problem instead of being part of the solution. If you're in the corporate America and you ask somebody, hey, did you do X, Y, and Z? Oh, well, no, I didn't do that because of such and so and such and such. No. Well, you could have just done it though, right? Yeah, because you knew it wasn't done, right? Yeah. Oh, I was waiting for you. No, be part of the solution to help yourself, to mature yourself, to grow yourself, to develop the things that are needed for you, for your business, for your persona, for your household. No matter what it is, it's up to you. Be intentional about how you operate in your day. Today we have another chance, another opportunity, to do something great. But what is it that you're going to do great? Are you just going to go about life, like a lot of people do, saying, same old shit, different day, It's a shame, but a lot of people have that mentality, and you'll say hi to them or you'll say good morning today, and they might give you that response. I'm hanging in there. Yet the guy's in a 3-piece suit, or the guy, the person, steps out of it and they look great. I'm all right. I'm just hanging in there. No, you can't have that attitude about your day, man. You can't. You have to be intentional. And in your intent, you'll establish yourself. And in your intent, you'll build those habits that'll make a change, that'll make a transformation within you. But today, right now, guys, it's another opportunity. No matter what happened in the past, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Right now, you have a fresh new start. This is a piece of paper that's written on already, you know, but you have the opportunity to, hey, get a blank sheet. That's something I wrote yesterday. So you have a blank sheet of paper. What are you going to write on your paper of your life today? Write something new. Write something great. Write something small. Write something big. Doesn't matter. It's up to you. We're co-creators in our lives every single day. You know, we are. We really, really are. And I've learned that through a process, but I've learned that. So you can make things great happen, but you have to be intentional about it. If you just go about your day in the mundane, like, whatever, then you're going to have a whatever day. But if you say, hey, I'm going to establish myself. You know, that book that I've been meaning to read, I'm going to read chapter 1, you know, or this I've been meaning to do. I'm going to go ahead and knock that out today. You have a list of 20 things to do. Are you going to get them 20 things done today? Maybe not. But focus on 1 or 2 or 3 of those things and do them to the best of your ability. And then tomorrow do the same thing. And before you know it, bam, all of your goals have been knocked out. All of the things that you've been intentional about, you know, you supersede and you're like, oh, wow, I didn't even think I was capable of doing that. Well, you made an adjustment, you know, to refocus your intent. So make that adjustment this morning, guys. You know, be intentional about your day and make it count, man. I love you guys.
Love it. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, there was quite a while. Like I said, I come from the construction industry. I came from writing reports or pulling levers, whichever shape, form, or fashion. I always had the boots on the ground. When I got into this, I did not know how to do it. I did not know the online world at all. I knew how to scroll. Hey, everybody knows how to scroll. But to get in here and be intentional about the learning part that they was giving me, to be intentional every day, to know that I was getting in here learning something new, to move my life into a whole different direction. I shifted my habits that I was in the afternoons of getting off of work, instead of going to the bar room, having a few beers, grabbing something to eat and going home, going to bed. I went home, got something to eat, and then I dove into training. Why? Because I was wanting something different within my life, a new habit that I did not have. So I wanted to learn the online world, so I needed to change the habit of instead of just scrolling through the online world, of actually learning the online world, what it could do for me and how it could shift my life. And it did tremendously. You know, my life within this last 3-year period has went from, one side of the table all the way to the other, 360 degree, and then one more time again. You know, so I was able to do it, you know, 1 year I shifted, and then the next year it shifted all over again. And then now each year I see something new is happening in different direction that we're going. Why? Because we're waking up with intention every day to know that we're going to bring health and wellness across the world. And so by doing that, the social media aspect has made it so much easier for me, not having to go out there and go door to door. I can get on here and be able to talk to people across the world and be able to shift their lives. And then once we get into the full realm of the process, it all starts with us first. It all starts with what we're doing with the inside of us first. What are we doing to change and shift whatever we have going on in our life that we want to shift? And nobody else is going to be able to shift it. Only us. So once you truly get into that, how would you put it? Most people wait until their health truly fails, or before they get so deep off into a recreational drug that they can't get off of, or get deep into alcohol that they can't get off of and they're wanting to get out of because their body is starting to fail. And the doctor says you're either going to have to get off the smoke, you know, stop smoking cigarettes and stop drinking and stop doing those other recreational drugs, and your life will shift. So now what do you have to do? You have to take that mental note and say, yes, I want something new in my life and I will remove this. But a lot of people say, well, it was just a habit, have something to do with my hands for the smoking. It was just a habit, always something to do. Well, guess what? I got a new habit for you. Start writing a journal. Start writing down some goals. Start writing down a pathway where you want to go, and give that hand and that mind something else to do besides smoking a cigarette. So if you want to remove that from your life, then you can do it. And it's all up to you. Same thing with anything else that you're going through within life. You're not alone. Many of us have been through it, and many of us have walked away from it. Why? Because we gave it that intention every day, saying we do not need this in our life, and we will remove it from our life, and we will be able to move forward in our life with a good health and a good aspect and a good clear mind and a better focus on what we want.
Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled, guys, in thinking that you're the only one going through a process. Don't be fooled in thinking that you're the only one going through something, or, hey, nobody's going to understand me. You know, nobody's going to, you know, don't hesitate to reach out. Don't. You know, Thomas says it all the time, man. You know, you have no idea. Yesterday we were talking about the Frankenstein concept, you know. You have no idea how somebody can bless you with their story, how their situation and what they went through or what they're currently going through. If you're both going through the same thing, or how are you dealing with it? Well, how are you dealing with it? Oh, well, I'm doing such and such. Well, I'm doing this. Well, how's that working for you? Oh, it's working great. Oh, this is not working. Oh, well, maybe you should try this. Boom. We can enhance each other. We can help each other go through this thing called life. We weren't meant to do it alone anyways. The purpose behind our creation was for relationship. That's why I love that we're in the people business. You know, I'm in the people business. That's it, man. My business is people. That's how I look at it, plain and simple. My business is to inject you with a sense of positivity to make you realize the greatness that's inside of you. You know, I love being a people person because I get to infect people with that, with infect people with happiness, infect people, you know, not with perfection. No, because none of us are perfect. But to say, hey, I'm human, but yet I can do this. I can do this, and you can too.
That's it.
Anybody else have anything they want to add this morning?
I think you got it, Julio. You're on fire this morning, bro. I can listen to you all day.
Go ahead, Brother JJ.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. Oh, man, today was an interesting day. I got up at 7:22. I'm like, run. Gotta get my coffee. Gotta get going. Evening Christmas. I didn't even wake up, Eddie. I just slept right on through. It's amazing how good you sleep when you're drinking that Kong's water before you go to bed. But you know, you guys should probably have a pretty good clue about me by now. You know how I roll with things. You know, I always have to have fun with things. I always have to joke about things. You know, if somebody asks me a question and the answer is obviously yes, I rarely ever answer back yes or yes sir, or yes ma'am. I usually answer back with, does the fat dog fart? Or, you know, is a frog's butt watertight? Or something like that, you know, just because I always have to joke about everything. And, you know, you were talking a little bit, Julio, about what, you know, when somebody asks you, or you ask somebody how they're doing and they go, I'm hanging in there. Or, you know, same shit, different day, you know, and that kind of drives you nuts, hearing that kind of basically negative response from people. And, you know, I like to have even fun with that because whenever you go to the grocery store, you go to the hardware store, whatever, the cashier always asks you, so how you doing today? And I always love to fire back with something like, I'm doing great, but don't you dare tell anybody. They find out how good I'm doing, they'll make a law. And then I'm like, yeah, the legislature's in session right now. That's what I've been rolling with lately because, you know, here in good old Utardia, the legislature is in session. And whenever the legislature's in session, boy, you better be scared. And, you know, so it's so interesting, though, what happens with those cashiers when you do that. Because usually your typical cashier isn't in a very good mood. Because they don't usually like doing what they're doing. They don't like standing there, you know, putting up with people all day long. And just how, you know, my sweetie, she's a cashier at a grocery store. She's been there for 29 years. And in 29 years, she's called in sick 3 times. And it's really quite amazing some of the things she goes through when she's there. But, you know, it's amazing how they'll be in a not a very good mood, and they're asking you how you're doing because that's what they're programmed to do. That's what they're supposed to do. And most people are like, another day, blah, 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 you know. And so I always come back with something, you know, humorous and positive and with energy. And, you know, if sometimes I'll answer back, instead of saying, oh, I'm hanging in there, I say, I got my claws dug in. I ain't falling off that branch, you know. And so you know, that's what I like to do. I like to, you know, and if you think about that kind of stuff, the whole point is just to bring a smile to somebody's face and maybe shift their ideas, shift their thought process just a smidge to the positive side, you know. And if you can, I always say that if you can bring a smile to somebody's face, you're going to change their day, you know. And so literally 99% of the time when I come into a grocery store or something like that, you know, you guys all know about my trick of trying to open the automatic door for people. I love doing that. That's one of the funnest things you'll ever do. If you know, that's one of the greatest ways to bring a smile to somebody's face. And so, you know, that's the thing to do. You know, if you're getting up with a positive mindset every day, telling yourself you love yourself and that kind of stuff. And, you know, try to set yourself a goal and a habit of trying to bring a smile to somebody's face every day. You never know who that person's going to be or where that's going to be. But never underestimate the power of bringing a smile to somebody's face. I've said that lots of times, and I'll continue to say it again forevermore.
Let me throw out a challenge on there, JJ, to jump on board with what you just said. If you see everybody on here this morning, you see somebody with what I like to call a caca face. You know, they have this mopey, woe is me face. Give them the biggest smile that pretend that you just, won the lottery and you don't have, whatever. Give them the biggest smile. Even if you don't feel it at the moment, give them the biggest smile and tell them, what are you pouting about? You look pretty blessed to me, and give them a big smile. And I guarantee you'll put a smile on that person's face. Or you'll put a smirk. You'll change the expression on that person's face. I challenge each and every one of you to do that today. The first person you see today, and if it works and it's a success, then do it again, and then do it again, and do it again. Anybody you see with a caca face today, with a crappy face, they got this mope on their face, this pout, challenge them to smile and give them the biggest smile today, and say, hey, you look pretty blessed to me. What are you moping about? I challenge you to do that.
At the first of the year, everybody puts out their little thing that they want to get rid of their life and change in their life. And then it shifts for about 30 days, and then they're right back to the same old habits and routines. So November, December is a time for giving and love and hope and happiness and, the joy of giving in life. Most people wait for those 2 months to have that within their life and to be able to give it out in life. Everything that we say and hear on a day-to-day basis, we challenge you 365 days, along with the daily challenge of smiles now. We challenge everybody to give love, hope, happiness, energy, vitality, vibrations, whatever frequencies that you need to give off that are good 365 days. But the first person that you're going to start with every morning is you. You're going to give up and give yourself those vibrations. You're going to give up and give that love to yourself every morning, that gratitude for what you have in the life every day. And to be able to get up with so much energy, you're bouncing just like Marilyn all over the house. So once you get up and you have that kind of energy, then you know that you are blessed, and then you have a life that is fulfilled because you're giving it to yourself first, and it's easy to give out to others. Now you can see why we're so passionate about giving this health and wellness and giving ourselves this energy first. Because once you give yourself the energy, you give yourself the vibrations, then yet it is easy to give out to others. So every day when we get up, give yourself the direction you want it to go. Don't wait for a certain date or a certain holiday on a calendar to be able to give out love. Valentine's Day, February 14th. Guess what? I give out love every day. I don't need a calendar to tell me that I need to give out more love today. She knows when she walks out that door, I get a hug and a kiss before she leaves the house. And every day she knows that I love her. And then whatever happens throughout the day, whether I leave this world today or she leaves this world today, she knows that we were loved. And I know that I was loved. So no matter what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, tomorrow is not given. Next hour is not given, depending on what you do in life. Because you could go out there and you get in a piece of equipment called a car, like Vanita and whoever else is driving right now. And while you're driving in those vehicles, that's thousands of pounds that you have control over. And if you don't put your true focus to it and you're sitting here texting and this, that, and the other, then what happens? You could end up in an accident, killing yourself and someone else. So we need to make sure that we're in focus with everything that we're doing on a day-to-day basis, no matter what it is, especially when we're driving a car. But when you give up and you give intention to the day and you give focus to everything you're doing, then it will start flowing within a happier state. It will start flowing within a better vibration. It will start flowing within a better frequency of life, keeping you at a certain level and stay up there. Once you get your vibrations high.
You're doing a little skipping, Thomas.
That's me then. That's not the microphone. That's me. Like I said, I'm losing my voice, guys. So I'm trying. Is that better? I got a little bit better. Can y'all hear me now?
Now you sound like the drive-through menu person. I want a burger and a Coke and a burger and a Coke.
Yeah, like I said, I'm losing my voice, guys. I got something that's going on for the last couple of days. I've been having high fever for the last couple of days, and like I said, my voice is slowly going, and but which is okay. That's all right.
It wasn't your voice. It was the signal was going in and out. So prior to this, you said, hey, make sure, if I start, skipping or whatever, make sure you got me. So I'm just getting you, brother. I'm covering you.
There we go. But yeah, brother, where's Ryan? Ryan, are you able to read, Ryan? Did you make it to Grandma's?
I actually don't have a book here with me today, Thomas.
Cool deal, brother. I was just checking. All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, no, thank you, brother, and everything that you're doing and helping grandmother out, painting the house and all that stuff too. So, what do we do as entrepreneurs? We do whatever we have to do to help and assist others. That's what this is all about every day. We all started an entrepreneur life with the online world. Even if we're working a job, some of us are working this and the job. Why? Because you're looking for something different within your life. So if that's what you're looking for, you're wanting something different, then you came to the right place, because every one of us here started just like you are today. You're wanting something more, then it all starts with inside of you. It all starts with the process that you give yourself every day. Once you start getting that process down, then the rest of it will start coming easier. I remember when I first got into the online world, did not know how to do a thing. There a little while, about 4 months into it, I was like, man, I am not learning nothing. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not understanding anything, until a phone call came in one day. And then somebody started asking me questions about what I was doing and how I was doing it. And then when it all started flowing off of my tongue of what I was doing and how I was doing it and what I had just learned for the last 4 months, it was like, wow, I did learn something. So each day that you do something new for you, each day that you're shifting your habits in life, you're making you a better version. So would you want to be a better version or the same old version for the whole entire life? What was that movie, Grumpy Old Men? Would you want to go out like that? I don't. I want to go out knowing that I'm happy and I've got smiles on my face, and I know everybody else that is around me has smiles on their face. So get up every day with intentions for you. Give happiness into your life on a day-to-day basis, because that's what it takes. Not 30 minutes here, not 30 minutes there. All day, you're loving you. And if there's a point in time during the day that you don't feel like you love you, guess what? There are mirrors everywhere. Go back and look in it again and look at yourself and say, why am I feeling this way? What habits am I needing to shift? What energy vibrations am I giving to myself right now that are not conducive to what I truly want in my life? So if I have a bad vibration, if I have a bad energy within me and it's not conducive to the way I want in life, like right now, I'm not very happy with this voice thing that's going on and with me slowly losing my voice. Why? Because we're motivational speakers and we can't travel around the world in the countryside speaking if we can't speak. If we're up on the stage sounding like a bunch of little frogs in a bucket, people's not going to listen.
You still sound like the white Barry White to me, man. You sound good this morning. I don't know what you're talking about. You don't sound sick to me, brother.
It's not it's not a major sickness, but there's just something in my throat that has got it just right to where it's not the same. But it's all good, because if I'm sounding like Barry White, I'm sounding great. And then guess what? When I looked in the mirror this morning, I look damn good. Why? Because I get up and I take care of myself. I get up and I give myself the love. Make sure that I pamper myself in the morning times. And if you're not pampering yourself and giving you, your own love, then guess what? You're missing out. When was the last time that you went and treated yourself? Women go and do it all the time. They go get their nails and their toes done, right? Me, I like massages. I'll go to a massage parlor at least once a week. Why? Because I like the relaxing feeling that it gives my muscles. And then going to Tai Chi a couple times a week. Is that moving all the joints and the muscles within my body? So whatever you're doing to make yourself a better physical person, a better mental person, whatever it is, keep at it if you're happy with it. If it's moving you in the direction that you truly want to go, then keep doing it. If it's not bringing you in the direction that you truly want to go, then you might need to shift something. A little habit, a little word, a little process, something. And that's what this was all about today. What habits are you doing for you to make you a better version that's going to put you in tune and alignment with what you want in life? Because you may want something, but if you're not in that alignment, then guess what? It's here and you're here. So you might have to get yourself into an alignment with what you want in life. All right. Has anybody else got anything before we throw this baby over to Miss Shiloh? All right. Beautiful day to have a good day. Love and appreciate it. All right, Miss Shiloh.
Didn't Marilyn have something earlier that she wanted to interject? I don't want to be rude, but.
Oh, no, go ahead. Yeah, I missed that. Go ahead, Marilyn.
This out.
There you go.
Am I unmuted?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good morning. You know what? Last night was one of my intentions was to change habits. And I did a video about it. And breaking those habits is important, that we change that mindset first thing in the morning, like you guys have been instilling us. And I know that when I first started changing my habits of telling myself I'm not sick anymore, I started feeling better about myself within. And I'm like, okay, that's going good. That's doing great. Okay, I can do this because I can do all things through Jesus Christ who gives me strength. So that right there, this topic, it's like connecting to what I just posted last night. So you guys, we're in sync. Because you know why? We all have Kong water. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. And Thomas, I know we're going through it too. My husband and I both are going through what you're going through. And I've been having him do the eye drops and 2.5 in both eyes. And I just doing it myself too. And then follow up with 11.5. And then that opens up that upper lymphatic area. And then I followed up with clean water to flush it out. And then it started opening up through here. So then we did the nose. So you might want to take and try something like that. Gargle with some pink Himalayan sea salt, warm sea salt, the clean water, with clean water. But yeah, it's helping us get rid of all of that. So that's why I've been kind of low key in the last couple of weeks or days. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you.
Yes, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Carol and her mom's been taking care of me and make sure I got everything that I need.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. And then, yeah, we utilize the machine very much so for everything that we do.
And we're drinking the 11.5 water too. That's what JJ had instilled in me a couple weeks back. So yeah, the 11.5 does work. He drank it before he went to bed. And this morning he said he's got a headache and he might leave work early. And I said, well, honey, your body's telling you something. Hydrate it. Drink that water. So he takes it to work with him. So it's important that we listen to our bodies.
Yes.
Changing those habits.
Well,
we're not sick. We're thirsty.
That's it. And the best part about it is, a lot of people, I'm not feeling good. I'm going to the doctor to see what it is. And then my biggest part is you've been in that body for how many years? You know what ailments you have. You know what's not feeling right. You know what's out of alignment. So a lot of times you can shift that alignment within foods, that you give to yourself. But the biggest part is the energies, the frequencies, the thought process, because that is more powerful than anything, as well as the food and the water. It's all in the mindset. All right, we're going to pass this over to Miss Shiloh, and we're going to wrap this morning up.
Good morning. Oh my gosh. Okay. Today I will be authentic. I am filled with confidence and buzzing with joy. Today I choose to smile. That is my decision. I am grateful for all that I have and all that is yet to be mine. Today I wake up wiser than I was yesterday, with more opportunities than ever before. Okay, hang on 1 second, please.
Miss Shiloh has her little man Cole there with her, and she reads the affirmations in the morning times, and a lot of times he doesn't want to cooperate because he wants to make more noise when she gets on the microphone than when they're off.
Can I say something, though, Thomas? Real talk, and this, hey, I'm just random like this. I actually look forward to hearing his little voice in the morning. Hearing him just be an adventurous little kid, because that's the kind of stuff that inspires me. We talk about that all the time, Thomas. Do we not talk about that, how that childlike faith, that childlike encouragement, that childlike adventure, that I can do anything no matter what, that childlike imagination, as adults, man, people lose that, so I look forward to hearing him ramble in the background.
Yes, sir. Me too. Well, me too.
Did you see it a while ago when you was holding up the blank piece of paper and, you could write it? Cole held his up. He done had his out this morning. So he was holding his paper up when you held yours up to show you that he's already written out his little dreams and desires for today. Yes. Kindergarten. It was a cute little thing, but, All right, we ready? No, guess not.
Don't worry, guys. He is a ball of energy today.
Never apologize, Shiloh, and always enjoy it. You're not hampering any of us. All I'm going to tell you is just take a deep breath and say thank you that you have that, because it's going to be 16 more years. He'll be out the door, and then you'll be wishing that you had that noise in the background.
Those are his affirmations, Shiloh. You just keep reading, and just that he's just adding to your aspirations. For this
Yeah,
movie.
I try, but it's hard when you got an echo in the background. And now he's just doing it purposely. So anyway, I don't think I want to continue today. So
It's all good. We appreciate it. No problem. Guys, usually every day, like I said, she reads an affirmation. It's the power of affirmation that you give within yourself. The I am affirmations, the I can accomplish, and then I will make things happen within my life. So you can pull them up all day, all over YouTube and different things like that. And, get the energy that we get within ourselves, that we are projecting out. And you can have it too, just by giving yourself the new habits, the new words, the new processes that you're giving within your life. So get up every day and give it the intention. Because if you get up and you just willy-nilly be zombieing through life today, then guess what? You will willy-nilly be zombieing what comes to you. So if you want negative in your life, think negative, and guess what? You will receive negative. If you want bad health and you think bad health, then you will get bad health. If you think negative thoughts, all day you're going to get them. So just get up and give yourself some good intentions. Give yourself positive words, good love, encouraging words, uplifting messages on a day-to-day basis. Hugs to yourself, like Marilyn's saying right there. Hooty-hoos all day out there in the streets. Let everybody know that you're in town, because that energy that you're going to pass off, they're going to want some of it. Or how did you attain it? And all you have to do is tell them the process that you went through to get them. That's it. So once you tell everybody the process of what you have done, if they implement it and it moves forward with them and they like it and they keep going, then they've found something for them. If not, they're going to have to keep looking for what works best for them. Because what works good for me may not work for JJ. What works for me or JJ may not work for Carol. So we all have our own little niche in life. We all have our own words of presenting things. We all have our own talents of being able to get our words and our messages out there. Bring your message to the table. Brand you. Bring your life to the new direction that you want it. If you're happy in the direction you're at right now, perfect. If you like working for someone else and being there for the next 30, 40 years, perfect. Keep it up. As long as you are happy, that's all that matters. But if you're not happy with the situation you're in, then you're the only one that's going to be able to change it.
Thomas, can I say something? You just said that right now. And of course, Cole being Mr. Shouter, you were just talking about being happy. And my mind just got the old school vision of, I don't know if this happened to you guys when you guys were kids, or if anybody ever encouraged you. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. You guys remember that? Right, exactly. So it just, be happy, man. There's so many reasons for us to be happy this morning. There's so many reasons for us, to practice this, the affirmation. There's so many reasons for us to practice the spirit of being intentional, practice the spirit of expectancy. Just be excited about being alive this morning, man. There's so many reasons to be happy, man. So that's why I challenge you guys, that if you see somebody with a frown and you see they have that caca face, man, give them a big smile and tell them what are you pouting about, man? You look pretty blessed to me. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
All right, guys. It is
I am happy. I got something to share with everybody.
okay.
Today, after my husband gets home from work, I get to go and help him install my first sail install in a wellness spa. And I can't wait to get there and get her going on her water for her spa. So it's awesome.
Awesome. Congratulations on that.
My first sail. So
Congratulations that your husband can help you and assist you getting that baby hooked up for him. And
yeah, he's a plumber. So
yep. So moving life into a whole new direction. That's awesome. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this one up today. We love and appreciate everybody that has come out. And like I said, you got new challenges. Keep that smile on your face and share it to others. Make sure that they have it as well. All right, guys. Love and appreciate you all. Have an awesome day.